Do you ever have those moments where you're wondering if the car in front of you is actually... I was gonna say, do you ever have those moments where you're in the car park and you notice that the car in front of you, they're leaving as well? So you're like, oh, I'll wait, and then I'll be able to go straight through instead of reversing. And then the person seems to be like completely rearranging their entire car, sending emails, writing their will, talking to their family, making phone calls. Who even knows what they're doing, but they're not leaving. Well, that guy left, so it's okay. So, whilst I have you here, I thought I would say, if you've seen any of my old videos, you may think that I'm in the same car. I'm not. I'm in a different Volkswagen Polo, a different car than the one that at age 40 I learned how to drive a manual in, because sadly the first Polo died. I know, it actually is really sad, but then we just straight away looked for another Polo, and instead of a silver one, we now have a black one. Black for a car is far superior than silver and white. Silver and white are just super common, boring, very boring. And in fact, my big van that I drive, when it's me and all the kids, or when we have our car off the road, it's white, and it's kind of meh. I don't know. So if we were rich, monetarily speaking, we would 100% respray the van a different color, like a rich person's dark navy blue or something really exciting, but never red, white, or silver, because it's just a dime a dozen. Is that the same? But as the sun is setting, I thought, continuing on from my video just before this one, I would talk to you about being calm in busyness. I don't like being busy at all. In fact, I greatly dislike being busy, especially for the sake of being busy. See, I don't know, would that make it better? I wonder if it would make it better if, like, all my busyness was self-inflicted and I just had to, like, delete a few things off the schedule and then I'd be not busy. But sadly, no. Sadly, just my life at this moment in time has been busy. And for the most part, I think I have coped relatively well. So congratulations to me as a reformed stress head. I'm mindful of the fact that if you previously were worried as a child, and then you grew up and you became worried as an adult, and then you recognized that it was really not good for your mental health, and you've reformed, you like turn yourself away from worrying, it doesn't mean that you're not still prone to do it, or you're like, in a way, you don't have that old habit or predisposition to worry. So this car chat with you is hopefully encouraging in some way to someone out there, is that I have learned that because from a child I worried, and then I grew up to be an adult and I worried more. Firstly, I can tell you that it does you no good to worry. Like, that's the truth of the matter. And a children's book that I highly recommend if you have children who also you're recognizing are worrying is called Wembley Worried by Kevin Hanks. I love that book very much. I have read it many, many times to my children, and it makes me emotional because I think, one, it's kind of like a therapy for me, and that would have been such a great book for me to read or have read to me as a child. So now when I read it to my kids, I'm reading it to myself, and it's a really good book. But just putting things back into perspective, if you tend to worry, I'd be really interested to hear from you guys, what are the kinds of things you do to help you not worry? For me, let's talk about me now, because obviously as I'm filming this, you don't have the opportunity to like reply, but we'll just pretend, okay? We'll pretend it's my turn to talk. Having some form of a plan really helps me. So if I have certain things that anchor my day, at least I can get to those things, and it doesn't give my mind an opportunity to run away and start thinking of those terrible bad cousins called would, should, and could. No. And the other bad cousin is obligation. I don't like any of those cousins. I really like my other cousin, like Daniel. He's great, but obligation and guilt and would, should, and could, they're bad cousins. And we are in the midst of such a busy time of year, and lots going on. And I've decided as well that I'm not gonna die on my gingerbread house hill. I really want to make a gingerbread house. I've wanted to make one for years and years. And we did a trial of making the gingerbread the other day, and it was not suitable for making a house. And you know what? It's so annoying because at the very end of the recipe, it actually said, this gingerbread is not suitable for making a gingerbread house, but it's great for cookies. So we made like 84 gingerbread cookies, which are delicious, but no house yet. And I'm just thinking to myself, today's the 20th of December. If I can manage without any stress, without any worry, in my tiny galley-sized, very small kitchen with no dishwasher, whilst also feeding 12 people 3 times a day, if I could make gingerbread house with zero stress at all and get it done, I will do it before Christmas. But I'm tempted to say that I don't think I'll be able to do it without being worried. So guess what our sometime after Christmas activity might be? It might be making a gingerbread house, because I learned off someone that I follow online, I learned a very powerful thing that has served me well over the last few years. Are you listening carefully? The rules are fake. Apply it to anything in your life and think about these different rules that we have. They're fake. It's fake news that you have to make a gingerbread house before Christmas. It's fake news that it has to be stressful and disastrous and you have to use super glue. No, what are people using? They're using like silicone glue stuff to hold them together, and they're like, we don't even eat them anyhow. What's the point, guys? Like, let's think about the waste alone and the effort alone. I don't get it. So I think the rules are fake when it comes to all this baking and preparing and panicking that we need to do. A part of me would love to have different themed wrapping papers every year, and ribbons, and coordinating cards, and a photo Christmas card, and it's a very small part of me would love to do that. But again, is it going to be stressful? Am I going to be freaking out trying to get 12 people on board? Probably. those things because I can't justify, me personally, having my husband away from home a lot working to earn money so that I can buy wrapping paper that makes the present look pretty but no one really cares about, and that it's ripped off the present and then it's thrown in the trash. So that's the reason why I sewed the Christmas bags. Like, I've made fabric bags that get packed away with our Christmas stuff. They come out and each person, their stuff goes in the bag. I pick the bags at random so the kids don't actually know, like, hey, that's my bag, because they're all random. And I've made little embroidered name tags. And that's good. Like, that's good. That's my main takeaway, is having different things to like anchor my day. So like what time lunch is and what time packing away is. That does help me. The remembering rules are fake, so that immediately helps me readjust my to-do list. Like, do I really need to be doing this by 11:59 on the 24th of December? It's highly likely no. It's highly likely no. Do my children want me to be genuinely smiling and happy at Christmas time? 100%, 100,000 million%, yes. They want me to be happy. They want to be happy. Like, this is what we want, right? And yet, potentially, if I'm dying on the hill of matching wrapping paper or making the gingerbread house or deep cleaning the cellar, we don't even have a cellar, deep cleaning the entire house from top to bottom, or forcing myself to do whatever thing that I think I should or could or would or guiltily or obligated should do. Like, no. And the last thing that helps me when things are really, really busy is breathing. I filmed a video a long time ago and I never even edited it or uploaded it, but if I ever do that, I will link it somehow. Or in that video I can link this video, or you can watch it in like 2035. But breathing, learning how to breathe properly has been a huge thing for me these last few months, because I realized that I was always chest breathing and I wasn't deep breathing at all. And I've been practicing and I'm quite proud of myself. I've really learned to do that, and that helps so much. Just stopping and focusing for 1 minute on my breathing immediately helps me to calm down. And did I mention, I don't think I even mentioned timers. Timers help as well. So like, I put the washing on, I set a timer because I'm gonna be busy and I'm gonna probably forget about it, and then the washing's gonna be sitting in the machine. I just set a timer, and then the timer goes off. I spend a few seconds trying to remember what the timer was for, and then I remember it's the washing, and I go and we switch over the washing, because my family, we have a lot of washing to do. The final tip I can give you. What's that noise? Oh, I need petrol. The final tip that I can give you is the 5-second rule. The lovely Mel Robbins, she talks about the 5-second rule. I will try to link her video. You can just look it up. You can look up Mel Robbins 5-second rule or something like that. And it's the whole idea of, like, for me, I'll give you an example. Getting up in the morning, I wake up, I want to get up at a certain time. The alarm goes off. Immediately I'm like, I'm tired. I just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I lift that blanket. I don't let long amounts of time go by when I feel that temptation to procrastinate or put something off, because I know pretty much longer than those 5 seconds, I will immediately start talking myself out of doing the thing that yesterday I had told myself I definitely wanted to do, and then suddenly I'm talking myself out of doing it. Like, it makes no sense, people, but it's a true thing. This is, I don't know. But yeah, so as I drive to pick up my lovely child, hopefully something I said resonates with you. I tell myself, don't film these kind of videos. I tell myself different things like dress differently, or present yourself differently, or be funnier, or because I'm like, guys, I'm actually funnier than what you're seeing now. This is sort of like the serious me. I don't know why it happens, but I'm sort of funnish person. We'll get there one day. One day you'll meet the true me and you'll be like, wow, she's crazy. Yeah, like these driving videos, people talk about my husband said, people don't want a talking head video. But I even thought this today when I was cleaning out the fridge and cooking lunch and being outside with my children and doing heaps of things. It would have been so much more effort for me to be moving around the tripod and positioning everything, and then just I got all those things done. You'll have to believe me that I did that. And now when I have time to drive around and do a thing, then I can have chat. That's what it is. So this is a real life mother of 10 children who doesn't do videos of big batch cooking 1,000 freezer meals, or here's my new mansion, or I don't have my husband home full time. So this is what you get. I hope it's okay. Of course it's okay. And get into second gear, Catherine. And where's my child? Just a little note for you guys. If you want to be like fun with your kids sometimes, just anytime you go to pick them up and you're gonna see them honk the horn, even if you're like they've seen you, they might cringe, but they also smile. So follow me for more top tips of parenting teenagers, and I'm your man. Have a great night, evening, day, afternoon, sweet tea, afternoon tea. Goodbye.